And so, this is gonna be a selfish video, that I will describe you how I'm listening to music. Then it will get more selfish, and I'll tell you what's my problem with Lollypop. And it will end up with selfishness beyond any imagination, blaming the whole GNOME design. And all those because I can't listen to music the way I want to. But before, I will show you an older video of mine, just in case you never seen Windows TabSets. The theory is very simple really. On Headerbars we can attach any app we want, as a tab. It is something we all are familiar with how web browsers work. There are no words to describe the amazing workflows this design delivers, and the only reason Windows 10 dropped it, at least for now, are mostly technical issues with the apps that can't support it for one reason or another. And I really wish to bring it back. Anyway, let's go back to me, and how I'm listening to music. So, the top app I'm using is YouTube, that plays music around 10 hours a day. And the way I'm using it is by having multiple playlists that I'm constantly switching between. For example, here I have the Baby Wogue mix, and that is YouTube auto-created playlist. Ha! On this tab I have anime openings, that probably is my favorite playlist. On another tab I have my death metal. And here I have my epic music, that is great for working. And basically I usually have more YouTube tabs opened, and I'm jumping from one playlist to another and back in milliseconds, without losing the previous. And I'm loving it! My second most popular way is Lollypop, with 2 to 3 hours a day. On Lollypop I never create playlists and I'm only listening to albums. So I'm going to an album, and start playing a song, then I go to another and to another, and the problem is when I want to return to a song I was previously listening to, it is impossible to find it, I get lost, and that drives me totally nuts. So what I would wanted, is to have Lollypop TabSets, which is completely different than having several instances open, and also, those tabs should be uniform by desktop specifications for every app, rather custom made for each app individually. And so I'm asking you, what's good GNOME design for, if we can't even listen to the music? And I'm telling you, one strong reason we prefer to use web apps instead of desktop one, is the black magic of TabSets. Imagine we have a designing app, and we can open and work on another instance at the same time, with a tab set, and easily switch between. Gravit though includes workspaces, but that wouldn't be necessary in a perfect design world. And then there is the other thing, we talking on GNOME design chat app, so we can attach it to the design app, and so we can create a robust work and talk workflow. Is anyone actually using Fractal or any such app on desktop? Don't get me wrong! Fractal is a well-made app, but it is stupidly counterproductive to open a chat app on a separated window, when you can already attach it to a web browser tab together with other things. This kind of design workflow only makes sense on phones, and certainly not in desktop. Not even close! GNOME obviously can't force a TabSets design concept to third-party apps, but they could at least support it on their native apps. So we open Files app, and assume we need to work on our files with a terminal. Right now we can do something like this, but that terminal is extremely weak, and often not very convenient to open inside the same view with files. What we really need, is second to open another tab, and also imagine this tab was on the top. So what we really need, is to open a terminal app with full capabilities, and that we should be able to attach the terminal tab on Files app. Or vice versa.